hope everyone is well, keeping during this period. I'm Chang. I'm from School of Engineering, University of Wollongong, Malaysia. So today with me is Beryl. Beryl is a sweet African lady from a small beautiful island called Seychelles. So today we are going to talk about women in engineering and ladies stepping out as engineers. So so before we start, let me read out Barry's biodata. Barry is currently the principal engineer in Policy and Regulatory Affairs sections of the Department of Information Communication Technology, the Broadcasting and Telecommunication Regulator of Seychelles. She is a Commonwealth Scholar with a master's degree in Engineering Business Management from the University of Warwick, UK. Barry is passionate about achieving gender equality and empowering all women and girls through ICT. She volunteers with Seychelles and Global Shapers Victoria Hub, two Seychelles youth-led NGO undertaking life-changing community projects in Seychelles. For your information, Barry is actually our UOW Malaysia KDU alumni, It was 10 years ago. She enrolled in our Bachelor's of Engineering Honours degree in Communication and Electronics. The course was the twinning program of the Northumbria University, UK with the KDU College that time. So she graduated with first class honours in year of 2010. So during that time, she's very active, in engineering society. I heard she's the one of the debate team, right, Barry?
Yes.
As a female engineers in Seychelles, is there many female engineers in your company, or do you have any? You face any challenges at work?
Well, within my division, which is communications division, I am the only female out of a team of 10 technical person. We do have I'm the only technical staff who's a female, and the other members are all males. And then we have a few ladies helping with the office, the office assistants, and in the IT division, however, they have more of a balance because we have like software engineers and support officers, so they have more of a balance, but still the number of male is more dominant.
Okay, I'm just curious, you have been working as a senior engineer for 7 years, So what made you apply for a master degree in UK? Do you find a postgraduate degree is important for your career promotion?
Yes, I would say it is very important, and I don't know myself why I waited for 7 years, but it was good that I waited that long, getting to know the industry, and I believe just one day or 1 year, I said, this is it. I have to do. I can't always just sit there and wait for a scholarship. So I applied for that year. I applied for 2 scholarships, which was the Commonwealth Scholarship and the Chevening Scholarship. Both of them are funded by the UK government. Sorry. And I actually got accepted for both. So I chose the Commonwealth one. So I believe the time to wait for my scholarship or to do my postgrad was important because knowledge of the industry is very important, and I think that was my time.
Is that the reason that you are being promoted as a principal engineer in Policy and Regulatory Affairs section after you finish this master degree from UK?
Yes. The thing is that the job description says that you either need a number of years of experience as well as a certain level of qualifications, and to be promoted to principal engineer, that's one of the requirements. I needed the master's degree, and the level of difference between the senior engineer and principal engineer is more or less the level of projects that you get to work on, and your involvement level within those projects, and more it's the responsibility increases as well, especially when it comes to level um, uh, monitoring within the organization, and the number of people that you have to guide as well. It increases.
Okay, so I think last year, two Seychelles ladies have been awarded, okay, the Mandela Washington Fellowship, and you are one of the two. Congratulations.
Thank you.
S&E indicator also shows that, so the orange color, that one, okay, across several countries, okay, only less than 30% of engineer degree holder are women. Okay, so the numbers of women in engineering are relatively so much lower compared to men. So in your opinion, what are the reasons that number of women in engineering field is low compared to men?
I would say maybe one of the major things that I always think prevents women, not prevent, but they are reluctant to take careers in engineering, is that we don't see much of female engineers out there talking about their experience and getting to know them. A lot of engineers I know, ladies, they don't like to talk. That's another issue. And also, when it comes to getting that career decision, maybe some of them are scared in terms of thinking that the course is more difficult. I would say being a doctor is more difficult than being an engineer. But anyway, so they kind of step back when they have to make that decision, because they think that the subjects are difficult. But still, we have ladies who are having great grades when it comes to physics, mathematics, and science subjects. So the encouragement from others is missing, I would say that. And depending on the culture, and if lady engineers are encouraged, so that also will play a role. But in Seychelles, I would say there is no such thing as woman not being able to be an engineer. This is the same across the world anyway. But the culture might play a role, and yeah, there's so many things in the background. Maybe we are not exploring all of them, but those for me are things that we need to talk about when it comes to engineer ladies taking the step in going out and talk about their experience and encourage others to do so. So this is one of the things that is very important.
So in traditionally, I think engineering is all male-dominated field. Okay, so
Yes, that's the picture out there.
yeah, that's the perceptions that everybody have. Okay, since long ago. So they're thinking that men are mathematically better, okay, compared to women. Okay, but that's not true right now. Okay, so but we do find some successful women engineers again in the world. So those women who are still persist or still stay in the engineering field, actually they have overcome all the difficulties. Okay, so for those women who are still persist in the field, okay, you are able to enable, okay, for you to survive in the engineering professions. Okay, talk about the I think the engineering courses that you mentioned just now. So we have a lower rate of female students. Like 10 years ago, okay, you were saying that you are the only four, there are only 4 female students in the school, right? Yeah. So the enrollment of and the graduation rate of the female engineers is still very low, even until today, okay? So what do you think is the major problem that the women actually don't okay, don't enroll in engineering program?
Well, like I said before, they need that push and they need that confidence as well. And the general perception outside is that engineering is tough. And but if we get them to understand that it's not that tough. Well, I'll say all the degrees are tough, but you need to be dedicated to it, and you need to learn to adapt, because things will change. Because you're gonna be the minority in class until we reach that point one day whereby we don't have to talk about difference in girls and boys in taking such degree. And one of the things that I've seen a few universities do is that they tend to award scholarships to female applicants, and that also helped them to gather more ladies to the courses. And once you apply for the scholarship, if they know that maybe they got accepted for the course, which means that they can do it, although they are not qualified for the scholarship, and that gives them a level of confidence, maybe to consider maybe to have to do the course anyway.
Yeah, okay. So, do you think that for female students, okay, in engineering school, they are treated differently? Because maybe when the lecturers ask for doing some assignments among 5 students in the group, maybe only 1 is female. Okay. So, do you think this particular female students are treated differently among the groups?
Well, I've experienced that. So, especially towards the first year, you know, when you're the only student, and all of the guys are just looking at you and like, okay. They would tend to give you tasks like prepare the presentation, or to write the report, and they will try to get in control of the experiments, all the hard work one. So it changed after some time, because they realized that um, uh, the performance of the girls are at the same level as theirs or even higher. So then that's when they start wanting for the ladies to be part of their team, because we want things to be right, and you're not gonna tell me something which you cannot prove is right. So um, uh, I believe there is this issue of ladies being a shadow within the groups, but you have to step out, and you need to let them know that you know what's happening. If you don't know, you do your research, and when you have group meetings, you make them know that you know, and because that will reflect on your grade as well. If if they do a mistake, then you're gonna suffer as well. So yes, the issue is there, and we have to take matters in our hands as well, because as much as they want a degree, we want a degree as well, and we want the high marks as well. So yes, yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, so I also agree with you that women may be less confident about their ability, okay,
Yeah,
in a group. Yeah, correct. Even actually, they are perform equally the same as the boys, okay,
yeah.
right? Yeah, so maybe I believe nowadays people's perceptions has changed. Okay, it wasn't like long ago. Okay, that women are treated differently. Okay, they are looked down. Okay, the women are not as intelligent as men. Okay, so I think this has changed. Okay, I have another survey to share with you. Okay, it's actually another problem that less female, okay, choose to not choosing engineering, okay, as their career is because their lack of interest. Okay, so this is the one. Okay, it's still a bit too small. Okay, never mind, I'll read out. Okay, this survey is actually it's very interesting survey where they studies groups of 15 years old boys and girls, and then they are seeing what kind of careers in science that they are expecting, okay, at the age of 15 and years old. So this survey shows the results that only 25% of the respondents, okay, from each gender, expect a science career. So only 25% choose science career. And out of this 25%, half of the girls will prefer health professional career. Okay, for example, they wish to be a doctor, and pharmacies or biotechnologies. Okay, yeah. Then on contrary, you can see that half of the boys, okay, are interested in science and engineering professions. Okay, so this survey shows that actually boys are 2 times more likely than girls to expect career in scientists and engineers. Okay, so most of the girls are lack of interest in engineering field. Even those with have very high ability in mathematics and science. Okay, but doesn't mean they will choose engineering, okay, or STEM field. Okay, but for compared to a young man who are actually lesser ability in mathematics and science. Yeah, so I think this could be one of the reasons that nowadays female students are lack of interest in engineering field. Yeah, okay. So next, okay, we're talking about workforce. Okay, let me show you another statistic here. Okay, this is from Society of Women Engineers, SWE 2019. So this survey report that only 30% of women who earn bachelor's degree in engineering are still working in engineering 20 years later. So, and we have over 32% of women, okay, who are in the program, engineering program, okay, they switch out from the program after the call, yeah, during the studies. So we have 32% switch, okay. So, so a lot of women are leaving the engineering field. Okay, the next one is the same SWE, Society of Women Engineers, also report that only 26% of computer scientists are women. Okay, and then 13% of engineers are women. And then female engineers, they found out female engineers actually earn 10% less than the male engineers. Okay, so in your opinions, okay, what are the difficulty and then what are the pressure for women in deciding their career path? Why they are not choosing engineering as their career?
Okay, when I saw the facts about the 15-year-olds, like I was saying before, if we always see the male engineers talking about their career in engineering, so the picture out there for them is that this is it's a male's job. So that's why some of them they don't feel connected, because if you show them a lady talking about the career in engineering, they will feel connected, because they know, like, if she can do it, I can do it. But if you see only men all the time and they are the ones talking about engineering, they'll be like, okay, I believe there are no ladies in this field, and this is not for us girls. So there's this I believe, I'm not a psychologist, but there might be a psychological effect based on what you see every day. If you travel, and each time you travel, you see the pilot and the co-pilots are men. So you will believe that pilots are only for men. But if you a few times you see a female pilot, then you're like, maybe pilot is for me. Maybe we can be pilots as well. So it's your perception about what you see. Yeah, especially when you are still young.
Yeah, I agree with you. Still, the perception is very important with this mindset. Yeah, so ladies should not have this kind of mindset as well as men. Okay, so another problem I think in workforce. Okay, because engineering field normally they will need to work in a very difficult condition, where very poor and inflexible, not flexible working condition. So some of the women may not feel comfortable with it. Okay, with this kind of working conditions where they cannot wear high heel, cannot wear a beautiful dress, okay, to work. So sexually discrimination is also one of the reasons. Okay, yeah, and then especially when a woman have family, okay, so they need to take sometimes they need to take time off to take care of family members or to raise the family. So talking about pregnancy, talking about maternity leave. Okay, I think when the management, okay, the superior, okay, thinking about, okay, this particular person, okay, or candidate going to take a few months of maternity leave, that will be an issue for the company. I'm not sure. So,
Yeah.
women having this concern, okay, where they're actually very difficult, they are struggle, okay, to balance family and work. They have either choose family or choose work. Okay, so looking into this issue, I think something needs to be done. Okay, yeah. So which is the next one that we're going to talk about. Um, yeah, actually, in fact, previously we say that women are relatively in people's perception. Okay, people still thinking, oh, women are still not that good in mathematics and science. Okay, but in fact, women have more potential to be a good leaders. Okay, so they have studies have indicate that females have key leadership skills. Okay, for example, have the ability to motivate their employees, build relationships, and also take the initiative. So we should actually encourage more women or more girls who are talented in maths and science to join engineering field. So, in your opinion, because you are a female engineer, okay, and do you have any recommendations, okay, to overcome when you see all these challenges, okay? Do you have any recommendation to overcome all these challenges or concern in your work during work time at workplace?
Well, I would say if you don't want to do it, or if you're scared to do it, you're not gonna do it. Okay,
Mm.
like for me at the beginning, when my director was not around, so I had to lead the team, and I was leading two guys. So maybe it's easier for me because we are about the same age, so the conversation can happen is more easily. But the thing is that at work, especially when it comes to leading, you need to develop that leadership skill in terms of addressing others. And one thing also I was scared to do at the beginning, I was doing all the tasks by myself because I was scared to delegate. And this is also very important, because I end up doing all the tasks by myself. And I realize that when I do that, I'm stressing myself. At the same time, those that I'm leading don't get to learn. And for me, learning and teaching others is key, as a leader. Well, based on my leadership style, actually. So what I would like to say is that this is not something that um, uh, you learn just in a book. You have to experience it. And when you experience it, you learn from what you've done. And there's one technique that I always learn. I learned when I was doing my master's degree, is that when after leading, like for example, I'm leading for a period of 1 week, I call my colleagues and we talk about how did my leadership was like during that week. So I get to learn. Before, they were reluctant to tell me what was wrong. They would always say, "Oh, everything is good," but then after that, they realized that, and I made them understand that if you don't tell me what I'm doing wrong, then I wouldn't know what I was doing wrong. So, and I myself, I cannot see myself in someone else's skin. So, they have to tell me how I do it right, and maybe what they think is wrong. I have a reason behind that, and we get to learn. The learning process is very important as a leader. So, this is why when you get the chance to lead, you have to make use of it, and you have to make sure that it is also a learning process, and you don't just use your leadership just to bash everybody and just do what you want to do because you think is right. So there's a learning process that comes around, and if the opportunity comes, do it. And it starts within yourself, the leadership within you, where you lead yourself in achieving your goals, and learning as a person, how to go about in your daily life. So this is where all the leadership starts. And once you get the chance to practice, you practice and practice, and you get better. Yeah.
Yeah, great. I agree with you. So despite all these difficulties that women encounter in the workplace, so for those women who are still stay in the line in engineering field, okay, I truly respect, okay, because they have encountered
Yeah.
encounter all the problems. Yeah, correct. Okay, so talking about the initiative in promoting gender equality. So, what are the government initiatives in promoting gender equality and women empowerment?
Well, I would say this comes naturally in Seychelles because the ladies like to lead in Seychelles. Just look at our National Assembly. The percentage of women is high, and you always see ladies trying to achieve higher, and the government also encourage women to to take up um, um, leadership positions. And the ladies that I know are doing a very good job, and most of them know what they are capable of, and they have left a mark within the sector that they are working in. So yeah, the government is very for gender equality and encouraging women to take leadership positions.
Yeah, so I think some of the professionals bodies and NGO, okay, or government link, okay, they also have created a lot of society for particularly women, right? Like for example, the
Yeah.
IEEE Women in Engineering, Society of Women Engineering, and even the L'Oreal UNESCO for Women in Science. Okay, yeah. So I think they have created a lot of campaign, okay, for women's, okay, or girls, and promote what is STEM educations, okay, and then some of the uh, professional bodies even give out the research funding, okay, for female researcher, yeah, for them to uh, do their research in the science and engineering field. Yeah, this all this can promote, okay, women engineers. Yeah. So what about university? So what are the okay initiative that can be done by institutions to encourage more girls enroll in engineering program? What do you think?
Okay. Like I was saying before, we've had universities who are funding scholarships, especially for ladies who wants to take up career in STEM. And one of the things is that most of the website they are now trying to reach the equality balance in the level of students that they have, and a lot of them they have this tagline of girls are encouraged to are encouraged to apply, and the thing that they can do is try to put out more of the lady students, especially in the engineering field, who are within the course at the moment, those that have left already, like me, alumni at the forefront when they have like recruitment drives, and when they have their different activities, just put them there so that as much as possible, sorry, I won't say always put the ladies, but have this balance, because if you want to see that balance, you have to portray the balance that you want. So if you want to have 50-50, then you have one lady talking and you have one guy talking. So because like I've said, will continue to say, the picture out there, how you portray it, that plays a role on the person who are looking at it. Yeah.
Mm. Do you think provide financial scholarship for only female students will help?
Yes, because the guys will still apply until we reach that level. Then maybe we'll consider just take it
Yeah.
out and see that we've reached where we wanted, and that's where the statistics now will play a role, like where we started and where we have reached now. So, and what are the opportunities that you have as a lady?
Mm. Maybe institutions should also consider a female-friendly environment inside and outside the
Yes.
company. Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be important as well. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember at KDU when we had like sports day, they
Mm-hmm.
always encourage that there's at least one girl on the team. It was easy to get the guys, but the ladies didn't want to participate. So I found myself in one day playing table tennis, basketball. So I was doing everything, volleyball. I was not an active student when I was in my second year primary school. But when I was at KDU, I was a superstar for the engineering team because I was in everything because nobody wanted to do it. So yeah, that also helped.
Yeah, with the limited numbers of female students, you have to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I believe that another one can be the increase the visibility of women. Like for example, what you say, the school send you out, okay, for sports activities, for
Mm.
competition, okay. In the work, maybe superior should consider sending women out, okay, as a delegate or a representative for their company. I think
Yeah.
that will very much encourage or boost out the confidence level of the female worker, right?
Yeah.
Female engineers. Okay, so provide visible female role model, okay,
Yeah.
also, okay, can affect okay, can motivate the young girls in engineering field.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, so I'm going to show you talking about the role model female engineers. Again, so I have a list of 5 here. So these engineers, they are excellent role model female engineer in the world, and having fabulous career and creating technology, which is used by millions of people every day. Okay, so let's look at the first one. Okay, so the first one is Gwen Shotwell. Okay, she's the president and COO of SpaceX. I believe nobody don't know SpaceX. Okay, so the first privately funded company, yeah, to send a spacecraft to the International Space Station. Oh, you visited SpaceX, the company as well, when you were in.
No, I visited NASA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw you went to Tesla. Okay, the next one, Meredith Westaffer. Okay, she's from Tesla. She's a senior industrial engineer in Tesla, who managed the design and layout of the company Gigafactory. So what is Gigafactory? Gigafactory is the largest, okay, the world largest factory which produces the integral lithium-ion battery that runs the Tesla vehicles. Okay, so she's female. Next is Alyssa Murphy. Okay, so she's the vice president, okay, of engineering at Google Cloud. So she holds over 30 patents with over 10 pendings in distributed systems, okay, machine learning and also security. So next is Nankaliliko. Okay, she's an electrical engineer from South Africa. She's the arm of the global steel company based in Luxembourg, the largest producer of steel. In 2012, I think she was listed in Forbes, okay, list in the world 100 most powerful women. Okay, the last one is Dr. Wan from Malaysia. She's the first Malaysian ever to launch a NASA satellite to space. Okay, there are actually a lot more. I couldn't all put it all here. Okay, so this is actually just to tell our students who are listening now, okay, these female engineers actually are the role models for many girls and young female, okay, engineer worldwide, okay. So they inspire the girls to pursue career in science and engineering field. So they also prove, okay, to the world that actually women have the capability and the same competency, okay, in the field of science and engineering. So come back to you, Barry. You're also a role model, okay, for many girls in Seychelles, okay? I know that you are passionate about achieving gender equality and empowering all women and girls through ICT in Seychelles. So you volunteers with SHA Seychelles and Global Shapers, okay, the youth-led NGO that have led numerous events to empower women and girls through coding, robotics, and then you encourage them to pursue career in ICT. So, could you explain to the audience, okay, what does Seychelles and Global Shapers do? So how this organization contribute in the development of Seychelles?
Okay, basically, CR Seychelles and Global Shapers are both youth-led NGOs. First off is CR Seychelles. We are guided by the Sustainable Development Goals. So we encourage young people within the organization to actually build up or participate in projects or have their own projects related to any sustainable development goals. And for example, for me, I was dedicated for SDG 5, which is empowerment of young women and girls. So I've had a lot of projects with them with regards to that, but a lot of the projects are for environment, because we have a lot of young people who are dedicated to environment. And then there's Global Shippers. We have community projects ongoing. So this group of amazing young people come about with projects that will give a positive impact to the community. And we have different projects based on the different themes that we choose to work on within that year. Yeah.
Okay, so another one is International Girls in ICT Days. Okay, so this is one of the annual event under International Telecommunication Union (ITU), which fall in the fourth Thursday in April every year. So this event also empower and encourage girls and young women in take-out studies and career in ICT. So coincidentally, yesterday, 23rd April, yeah, it was yesterday, right, Thursday. So they have this ICT, International Girls in ICT Day. So did you participate in the event yesterday?
Yes, there were so many virtual events yesterday that I couldn't even keep up to them. But from what I've attended, I've seen a lot of especially African countries, based on our time difference and all. We had a lot of online programming programs for students. So it was mostly for girls, but boys also could attend. And then I attended one of the talks online from by ITU as well. And this one was by invitation. And they were mostly getting ladies who are leaders in ICT from across the globe to talk about their experience and answer questions that the crowd had in terms of the difficulties that they went through while taking up the careers, and what they believe should be the future of ladies in STEM, in ICT, basically in the future.
Okay, so in 2018, okay, you were the technical mentor for all girls teams that represent Seychelles at the first Global International Robotic Olympics in Mexico City. Okay, so so are the girls attended any training in ICT, or do you face any challenges when organized this?
So this event was as a result of me hosting Girls in ICT Day 2018, which was a national robotics building and programming competition for girls in secondary schools. And the girls who participated in Mexico were actually girls who were from the top 5 teams. And basically I was technical mentor, and they learned everything from scratch. Like I didn't even help in building the robot. They learned the coding. They learned the building. That's the first time some of them have ever cut a piece of metal. So it was a learning process for them, getting to learn about robotics, the basic of robotics, but meeting the requirements for the competition, and learn about the coding of the robot as well for the competition. So I would say the team was very motivated, maybe because we're going all over to Mexico, but the interest in STEM was there. And we haven't had really robotics events before, and this was a great experience for them.
5 minutes before we end the forum, just need your advice for our engineering students in UOW Malaysia, especially the female students.
Okay, you already took the first step, which is actually selecting your degree in engineering, and now it's all about finishing it. Give your very best. We all came in with the idea of learning and being the best of yourself. So stay motivated in the events that you believe that you are struggling and you need guidance. You can always reach out to me personally. You can reach out to your lecturers. We have a few lady lecturers, and they are very nice, and most of them are, yes. Most of them will be willing to see another female engineer graduated, so they will do anything to help you. Obviously they won't sit for exams, but they will help you. So don't be scared, reach out. We're all in this together, and you're gonna be great. Don't be scared to talk to the boys, learning from them, and teaching them as well. Teaching is very important. Yeah.
Okay, great. So Barry, do you have any plan to come to Malaysia in near future?
Well, I want to come to Malaysia. Seriously speaking, I want to visit my three lady engineer friends. And I will come back, and I hope it's soon enough so that I can visit your Glenoric campus. I heard it's amazing. When I was there, we were still in Selangor. So learning that you moved to a new campus, I've heard it's really nice. So I'm waiting to meet with the girls doing engineering, the teachers, the lecturers. So yeah, I will be back soon, hopefully. Yeah, fingers crossed.
Yeah, okay. Yes. Hope to see you soon also.
Yeah,
Okay, so thank you, Barry, for sharing with us your experience and empowering girls in STEM field in the Seychelles. Okay, so you should keep up your good job and then continue with the effort in uplifting the engineering education in Seychelles. Okay, I'm so
thank you.
proud of you that you are the alumni of School of Engineering UOW Malaysia KDU.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank
Can I
you.
just say a few words?
Yes, sure.
Okay. So I hope you guys remember that Dr. Cheng have done a really great job for this video chat, and she's an engineer as well. And we did this together for the first time today. I'm going on a live chat. So you
Yeah.
see, ladies can. So yeah, we keep learning every day. So thank you very much again for having this with me, and thank you. UOW, MKDU. It was a great experience. I'm glad I could give back to KDU. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Barry. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, to conclude the forum, okay, ladies should step out as engineers. So the future world needs more engineers, with studies suggest that in 2030, 58 millions of new jobs will be created and to be filled by engineers. So if the rate of women still flow in engineering, this will negatively impact the economy and the development of the nation. So if you are passionate in the field and also have a talent in maths and science, perhaps you should consider engineering and science to be your choice of the career. Okay, thank you everyone. Thank you, Barry. Thank you so much.